So welcome back to UK Fatman. It's a lovely sunny Saturday morning and I'm here at Morrison's supermarket, well-known supermarket in the UK, who own the site of what was the car park of State Cinema in Grays. Cinema was opened in 1938. Cost about £100,000 to build, at a famous Compton organ, illuminated Compton organ, and the cinema, I think it held 2,200 people. It was one of the largest cinemas in Essex when it opened, and it's the site of one of the most successful films of 1988, Robert Zemeckis' Who Framed Roger Rabbit. A famous scene was shot in the cinema, which is just behind this supermarket, which still stands. The cinema's still there, it's closed. I'm not going to be able to go in, go around it. Directed by Robert Zemeckis. Zemeckis? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. But he did, what else did he do? Back to the Future trilogy, quite a few Tom Hanks films, Polar Express, Castaway, Forrest Gump, so pretty decent director. But I used to, 1988, I was 18 at the time. I remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit coming out, and it stars one of my favourite actors of all time, sadly passed away recently, Bob Hoskins. Fantastic actor. Also starred in one of my favourite gangster films, Long Good Friday. If you've never seen the Long Good Friday, anyone watching in America who've never seen a good British gangster film, Long Good Friday, I would highly recommend. So we're going to just have a little look round the outside of the cinema. It has been in a pretty poor state of repair. It was a nightclub called Charleston's, who had, I think it was the Mersey Beats, performed on the opening night, and it was finally closed permanently a couple of years after that. They tried to reopen it and have various events there, restore the organ, the famous organ, and they had lots of problems with water coming through the ceiling. It was also featured heavily in Jamiroquai's video for Deeper Underground, which was the theme tune for the 1998 movie Godzilla, starring Matthew Broderick. And actually in the video, it's quite ironic, because in the video the cinema gets flooded, and actually that's one of the biggest problems that the cinema has had, fallen into a state of disrepair. I think it had a burglary, and the organ got destroyed or got damaged. The organ got damaged. So yeah, let's go and take a look, see what we can see. So here we are around the back of the cinema. You can see there building work taking place, and that's because in 2015 the cinema was purchased by JD Wetherspoons. Now JD Wetherspoons are one of the largest pub chains in the UK, and actually they've got a bit of a track record for restoring old banks, courthouses. I don't know if they've done any cinemas, I'll have to have a look, and restoring them, making them into huge pubs. And they've got a bit of a reputation of being cheap booze, cheap food, but they have got a good track record of restoring buildings like this. Now, of course, with COVID, the pub industry has been decimated, and the owner of Wetherspoons has been very critical of the government. But they did a press announcement, I think about a month ago, and said they were still committed to the project. There doesn't seem to be a lot of work being done on the pub. They purchased it in 2015, and They say that they started work in 2019. Obviously people have managed to get into the site. Stinks, absolute stinks of... Should have a look and see if we can get in. Absolutely stinks of piss. I do not fancy venturing into there, but it absolutely reeks. So, in the movie, our heroes, Eddie Valiant and Roger Rabbit, are getting chased by the police all over sunny Los Angeles, and they managed to escape the police in this wacky cartoon car. Special effects are quite impressive actually. And the talking car, they say to the talking car, we need to hide out for a while, and the talking car brings them to a cinema where they start watching a goofy cartoon. And you can actually see in that scene, you can see the famous Compton organ, illuminated organ, and you can see the stage. It's at a stage, so it could be used as a theatre as well as a cinema. Just round the back here. There doesn't seem to be a lot of building work going on, does there? But apparently they started it. And Morrison's, I think, bought the entire site for £10 million, and the supermarket, which is on this side, was built on the car park. And when the cinema was built, they had to knock down 20 houses to build the cinema itself. You can see that 1930s style, brickwork style, Art Deco, and inside it was famous for that Art Deco styling, Art Deco styling. Looks like people have been making some ramps for skateboarding and stuff. But it really does stink round here. But it would be really, wouldn't it be great? I mean, it'd be great if it was a cinema, but I just don't really think Grays, if you don't know Grays in Essex, it's not the most delightful or picturesque of towns. It's down here on the Thames. If you saw my video, my Wonder Woman video that I shot in Tilbury, it's about 10 miles upriver, 10 or so miles upriver from there. So it's down on the coast, down on the Thames. And so yeah, I don't think it'd be successful as a cinema. But if JD Wetherspoons do the kind of job that they've done on other buildings, and this opens as a JD Wetherspoons pub, hope they keep the name, the State, JD Wetherspoons the State. We'll have to see. Let's have a look around the front. I'd love to go inside, see what it's like inside. I've got no joy. Maybe I could write to Wetherspoons, see if they'd let me come in and have a look. Nature reclaiming, look, bits of a tree or bush growing out the side of the building. I mean, I've lived in and around this area for quite some time, and I really haven't seen any real progress on making it. The entrance there, can you imagine people queuing up? Let's go into the foyer. So yeah, State Cinema, the shooting location of a pivotal, well, not so pivotal, but a key scene. And isn't it weird? It's really weird how you kind of go from Los Angeles, a car chase around Los Angeles, a police chase around Los Angeles, and you end up in Grays, Thurrock, in a cinema. closed down and now in a state of disrepair. So let's just hope Wetherspoons get it back to some kind of decent state, a decent state for the state. That'd be good, wouldn't it? And I hope that all the water that you saw in the Jamiroquai video, I hope that was added CGI rather than the leaky roof. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please do subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and if you subscribe and hit that notification bell, then I'll let you know when I've uploaded another video. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves.